Yeah, yeah, yeah. Huh?
Back from the dead, they think they see a ghost. Back from the dead, they think they see a ghost.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? AJ Good here at the House of Masks, where we unbox and review cool stuff almost every single day. And in today's video, we are going over even more Palefest scores. That is right, over a month since Palefest, and I still have stuff to talk about. Now, these scores that I'm about to show you guys, I did go over them in the overall full-length Palefest haul livestream that I did shortly after Palefest, but I don't think that they got enough airtime, and I didn't get to really go into too much detail and really let these pieces shine for what they are. So I'm giving them their own video. Much like the alien, much like the Jay Weinberg mask, much like the shirt from Sid, all of these things are very, very special to me, and I feel like these pieces definitely deserve their recognition. So in today's video, we are going to be going over everything that I got from Mr. Ricardo Grimm at Palefest.
Back from the dead, I came to kill these things. Shots through the head and disappear on these.
Starting with this fucking windbreaker. I love this windbreaker. I've always loved this windbreaker. Ever since the first time that I saw Ricardo post this thing, I was like, damn, I want one of those. But I couldn't find it for sale anywhere. So I gave up. But I obviously have it now, so it was meant to be. Let me tell you the story behind this one. I think on the day after Palefest, we were in the venue breaking everything down, and Ricardo goes, dude, let me buy some House of Masks shirts. And I was like, no. Why on earth would I charge you, my friend, to advertise for me with my merchandise? That's silly. So we walked over to my merch booth. I started handing him some product, and he got so stoked about one of the shirts that he started taking his clothes off like it was a Nelly video in the early 2000s. He said, here's how we're gonna do it. And he took my House of Masks shirt and he put it on, and he literally gave me the windbreaker off of his back. And I don't know how he knew that I loved this thing so much. Maybe he remembers a comment that I made like a year ago, but I was like, dude, are you serious? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, I fucking love this windbreaker. And he was like, I know you do. So it was meant to be. I don't ask too many questions. I don't want to know. I think that that's a cool enough story on its own, and I wear the shit out of this thing. It's honestly probably not going to last long because I wear the absolute dog piss out of it. This is definitely my favorite Ricardo score of Palefest, but that's really saying something because everything else on this list is cool as fuck too. Let's start small. I will start off with these gloves. These are just basic, normal skeleton gloves, as you can see, but once again, they have a very special story behind them. I was cleaning the stage on the last day of Palefest, I think it was Sunday evening, and somebody was talking about these gloves. We didn't know what the deal with the gloves were. We honestly thought that they were somebody from Swollen Teeth's gloves. So I hit up Mega. I said, hey, did one of your guys lose some gloves? Because if you did, I can mail them back to you. He was like, no, I don't think so. No one in our camp had gloves on. And I was like, damn, they were on the stage. They had to be somebody's that was on that stage, right? Mega said, I think those were Ricardo's. And then Mega sent me a shot of Ricardo rocking out with these gloves on.
Put your motherfucking wounds in there! Yeah. Back from the dead, they think they see a ghost. Back from the dead, they think they see a ghost.
Ricardo got so into the performance that he ended up stripping almost everything off on that stage, including these gloves, and I got to walk away with these stage-used Ricardo Grimm gloves. I kept telling Ricardo that I could mail these back to him, but he never really said anything, so I'm just gonna assume that these are mine now, and they're gonna be a part of my Ricardo Grimm collection forever. Look, I'm getting more Grimm-like by the second. I've got the windbreaker, I've got the gloves. You know what else I would need? A Ricardo mask. Well, luckily for me, another cool piece with another cool story, the Ricardo Grimm skull mask. This is the mask that I think of when I think of Ricardo. Now, he has a few different masks that he wears pretty regularly, but for some reason, this is the one for me. So, here's the story. Day one of Palefest, I see that Ricardo's got a nice little setup going on over at the Sid Wilson table, and part of that setup included a bunch of masks. There was literally just a pile of masks on the front of the table, and I was like, yo, what are you doing with those? And he was like, I was just gonna sell them. And I was like, oh really? How much you selling them for? And he was like, I don't know, like 20 bucks? And I was like, hold up, what the fuck?
What the hell?
There is absolutely no reason that if you're cashing in on these, they should be going for as low as $20. And I saw that this was in the pile, and I was like, dude, I will give you way more money for that skull mask than $20. And Ricardo was like, no you won't. And I was like, Yes, I will. And before I could say anything else, Ricardo grabbed a Sharpie and started signing this thing over to me. Now it has a special note on it from Ricardo himself, and we've got the Grimm signature with the date on the back there. So this is probably the most special piece in my collection. I'd say that this thing has the most use and is the most recognizable, even though the windbreaker is my favorite. The gloves are officially Palefest stage used. The mask is the mask, and I'm a mask guy, and this is the most used mask, so this one is probably the most special. The windbreaker's my most favorite, but this is the most special for sure. Ricardo Grimm skull mask. So what could be left? Well, it was the only true surprise that came from Ricardo. This thing I tried to buy. These things I found, and this was given to me in some sort of weird bonding trade, but this was a full-on surprise. This was waiting for me at my booth. I don't remember what day it was. I don't remember what time it was. I don't remember anything about this other than walking back to my booth and seeing this thing there all signed and ready to go. And what we have here is an old Don Post Studios severed head prop. And this is one of the props that Ricardo used on stage specifically for his Palefest performance. It is gruesome. It is a classic gore Halloween prop. We've got the House of Masks on the side there, and we've got the Grimm signature with 2023 on the back there. And all of this stuff is super special to ya boy. This is my Ricardo Grimm collection as of right now, and I have a feeling that it is going to get substantially larger and substantially cooler, even though how does it get cooler than this? I have a feeling that's what's going to happen in the very near future because Ricardo is dropping fire. He is making connections. He is killing the game. I think he was everybody's favorite person from Palefest 2023. I don't think that anybody is going to disagree with that. In fact, I think it's going to be the opposite. I think that the comment section of this video is going to be flooded with people that ran into Ricardo at Palefest and just absolutely fell in love with the guy. He is an awesome, awesome person, fantastic to be around, puts off the best vibes and the best energy out of probably anybody that I've ever met in my entire life. And I'm not just speaking out the ass right now. I really do truly mean this. Ricardo is a godsend or a devilsend, depending on how you look at it. And we are very, very lucky to have him. So you guys should be paying attention to Ricardo. Pay attention to Grimm. Just yesterday, he dropped a brand new music video for Sunken Place. And there is no pun intended when I say this, but the man is going places and not just sunken places. So make sure to go check out that music video. I will be dropping the link down below in the description of this video as well as the pinned comment. Let him know that the House of Masks sent you and maybe he'll keep hooking us up in the future. Just go show him some love. Massive, massive thank you to Grimm for all of this and more. I really appreciate you, man, and I love you to death. Thank you for being here. And a thank you to you guys for being here. Thank you for being here, watching this video, supporting the House of Masks however you do. I truly am grateful for you guys. And I think that that is going to just about do it for this video. So let's go ahead and get all this stuff together, show it off up close and personal so that you guys can see all of the details, and that will be that for today. Until next time, this has been AJ Good here at the House of Masks telling you to say no to drugs and alcohol and yes to Grimm, and we'll see you guys in the next one.